104.1 KRBE, a Cumulus media station.
Good morning, everyone.
We ready?
Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Rule and Ryan Show with Eric, featuring Special K and Sam.
All right. I want to remind you guys that at 7 o'clock this morning, we gave away the 4 times for the Benson backflip. This is where we're giving you a chance to get into the KRBE suite for a sold-out show September 18th. Somebody just texted, did I miss it? Yeah, you did. Sorry. But you have 4 chances today to be caller 104 and take a guess.
We also even gave the
Benson
answer.
backflip. So that's brought to you by Taqueria Sarandas. Thank you so much for their support on that. And yeah, you have 4 chances today, but I can't repeat the four times.
Nope. We already did it.
I'm not allowed. We're already breaking enough rules by telling you the answers. So sorry. We were going to go around the table and talk about what is your biggest pet peeve with the opposite gender, living with the opposite gender. I will just come out of the box and tell you guys one of the top things on the list is talking about what they're going to make for dinner, who's going to cook, who doesn't do the dishes, who doesn't this and this and that. Well, all of that is solved if you just go out to eat.
Yeah, go to eat or go to ChatGPT.
That's very expensive.
Hey, you can go to the dollar meal, Kevin, and go buy a burger.
And that's unhealthy.
Okay, yes, but my point is I'm trying to transition into something here.
Yeah, Kevin.
Read the room.
Jeez, Kevin. No.
Houston Restaurant Weeks.
There you go.
It's going on
afford
right
that.
now. Houston Restaurant Weeks. You can get a fantastic meal, great cause, great price.
Now, listen, Cleverly Stone, who passed away 5 years ago, started this out. This is where certain restaurants had signed on to do this $35 3-course meal for the month of August. Or actually, it was for the 1 week in August.
Yep.
Houston Restaurant Week. And then the money would go to the benefit of the Houston Food Bank. Then she got the restaurants to stretch it to 2 weeks. Then she got the restaurants to stretch it to the end of August. Then she got the restaurants to stretch it all the way through Labor
And
Day
that's because
weekend.
it really works and it's successful for them because, restaurants are not going to do it unless, they can donate and still make a profit.
And
right?
to
They don't
Kevin's
wanna-
point, it is expensive to go out to eat.
Yeah.
And this was a fantastic opportunity for many Houstonians and people in our area to try restaurants that they otherwise maybe didn't have a budget for. I mean, we're talking fabulous, fantastic steakhouses and big dog restaurants that were giving you 3-course meals for $35. If you go to HoustonRestaurantWeeks.com, you can see the list of the restaurants there.
It's a long list.
And Cleverly's daughter, Kate, is here to talk about it. Hi.
Katie.
Good morning.
What's up?
Good morning.
So welcome to the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric for the first time.
Thank you so much.
And I don't know, I'm sure people tell you this all the time, but you look just like your mom.
yes, especially as I'm getting older too.
I mean, you are.
It's crazy.
Imagine.
It's like
Cleverly
all
Stone, God rest her soul.
the wrinkles and the shifting or like falling into place. And then people who haven't seen me in a few years, they just call me Cleverly
You're
because
like, hey.
You're like, oh, hi, Cleverly. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh, this is awkward.
Yeah.
I'm Katie.
it happens a lot more now than it did before. It's
So,
crazy.
as we were saying off the air, Katie, growing up with your mom doing this and being so present in the food industry, you were pretty much raised with this too.
Absolutely.
And you were your mom's producer. How many years were you actually working with your mom versus her just momming you?
my whole life.
But I mean, in an official capacity, you know what I mean?
Yeah, official for several years. Yeah, I went to college in Dallas, and I would drive back down to Houston on Fridays because her show is on Saturday mornings from 9 to noon. And mornings are very tough, so I'd pick her up, drive her to the station so she could be doing all her last minute guest scrambling. And then, I would kind of sit in and just help her, but I would help her book.
Yeah.
When I say help her book, it would be her sending me an email.
Yeah, call this person.
Exactly. And saying, type this exactly. But that's how I learned, right? And so now for my own TV show, I understand how to book because I learned from my mom.
And your own TV show is Foodies and Friends. Give yourself a plug.
It is, yes. Foodies and Friends on Fox Local. We just celebrated 3 years. Yes. So very excited. You can download the Fox Local app on your smart TV. That is the recommended way to watch.
Did you ever practice eating something that you didn't like and have that face where you like it?
Oh, yeah.
Like at home, I'd be like taking vinegar or something really gross. I'd watch myself in the mirror just to see how I react to make sure I like it no matter what. Because you can't offend anybody, right?
Well,
or can you? I mean, I would.
Did you know
but-
my mama?
Yeah, your mom would. But
She was not one to mince words, and there wasn't a whole lot of faking going on. So I think that's just one thing that she was so well known for and respected for, is she was just a straight shooter. And she didn't sugarcoat things, but she really helped to enrich in
make
that
them
way
better.
as well. Exactly. So
So you just tell. Do
you tell it like it is then?
That's very interesting. Or what's the word?
Yeah.
You gotta
Interesting
have-
is
you-
never good
yeah,
when
you-
describing food.
That's was very interesting.
or different?
What's the word?
Sometimes I suggest an edit. It's typically in the form of an H-E-B butter tortilla. I don't know.
That's so funny.
Slap a butter tortilla on here. Go to H-E-B. You'll be all right. Put some picante salsa. It's in the jar on aisle 17.
Yeah, look at
What would you say is
Hilarious.
something moving that has come out of this, like to you, that really touched your heart?
Oh, I mean, so many things. I think really just the energy that my mom created with Houston Restaurant Weeks, the purpose, which was to support the restaurant industry through a slow period. Every year that we come into summer, they struggle. But the last 5 years in particular have just kind of thrown way too many random crazy punches that they hadn't seen before.
Oh, the pandemic, it shut down so many restaurants.
Exactly. And the issues are just much more complex as we go forward. And so it's a very emotional time for me, too, because it's a savior for so many restaurants. And it's the sentiment is, oh, we wish it was tomorrow. And this is going back months because these restaurants, they start preparing in May.
Right.
Because August is their Super Bowl.
So
August is their busiest.
When does it start, or has it started?
August 1st.
August 1st.
Yep. So menus are live right now on the website. This is your time to kind of go and
Kind of see what you want to
HoustonRestaurantWeeks.com. They had the S because originally, like I said, it was 1 week, then it was 2, then it was 4. Now it's all the way till.
So it's
through
lunchtime
Labor Day.
too, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Brunch, lunch, and dinner. Brunch, lunch, and dinner. You can see it right there, the 2025 restaurant list. Brunch is $25. Lunch is $25. Dinner could be $39 or $55. And it's like for dinner, I know it's free, a 3-course meal.
You're getting big meals.
Yeah.
It is. And like we were talking about off air, the restaurants who really understand the mission and the purpose and the value, they go all in. And that's where they don't skimp on portions. They're serving their regular amounts. So the a la carte value, in a lot of cases, Rula, of those $55 menus are $85, like Mastro's,
For real.
B&B
wow.
Butchers,
Yeah,
For
these
real.
are-
Le Jardinier, BCN,
These are
these
places
are
that are-
Michelin star restaurants with $55 appetizers on the menu.
And you're getting the whole thing for $55. Amazing.
And
That's
then
why
the
it's so
Houston
great.
Food Bank profits as well, which is such a great organization.
100%. It's almost like the restaurant operators buy one, get one. We all love buy one, get one.
Yep.
Like Toms. They became so famous because you buy a pair of Toms and they'll give a pair of Toms.
Exactly.
Right? To somebody who needs the shoes.
Exactly. And so this is the operators buy one, get one because the diners are coming into their restaurant because of Houston Restaurant Weeks.
Yep.
And as a result, they are feeding several, not just one diner, but several food insecure Houstonians, 68 million meals since 2003, you guys.
That's amazing.
68 million
Amazing.
meals have been fed to people in need.
Did you recommend when people go to a restaurant, just to have them tell them, "Hey, I'm here for the restaurant, Houston Restaurant Week"?
Absolutely.
That way they put the menu out, or do they always give the menus?
It's always a good idea.
Sometimes I've been in places where the menu's there.
Totally. And that's ideal. But they're really busy this time of year. So it's always a good idea if you're making a reservation or calling ahead just to let them know, hey, y'all, we're coming in for Houston Restaurant Weeks. It just helps them to prepare. They always like to know. But it's also nice for them to know you're coming so they can thank the diners because the restaurants
sure.
are very thankful for the business. Because right now, y'all, it's slow.
It is. Summertime is very hard for restaurants because everyone's traveling or maybe people are trying to save money for traveling or for holidays coming up, or they just don't have money
Yeah,
because
they
it's
go
just
out
rough right
on
now.
vacation, and then they're like, I can't. When I come home, I'm just gonna have to make food at home.
Right. But that's what is so great about Houston Restaurant Weeks. August 1st it starts. If you're just tuning into the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric, we're talking to Katie Stone. Her mother cleverly started this years ago. And it's been 5 years since Cleverly Stone passed away. Off there, we were talking about this. I go, I cannot believe how much when somebody important to you passes away, in the blink, the time just flies.
But she's so proud of you too. Did she make sure? Did she say, I want to make sure, keep this going?
Oh, 100%.
She's like, honey, you're gonna have to keep this going.
Very much. She was very vocal about that to as many people as possible, that she wanted HRW to continue. She was very, very, solid in that she wanted it to continue because she knew how many people relied on it over the years, that this is their busiest month of the year. They can really bet on it.
And let's reset again, Katie. Like you said, they rely on it now, but when your mom started Houston Restaurant Weeks, it was like pulling teeth to get restaurants to understand
What
what
year did that
she's
happen?
trying to do. What year was that? Yeah, I don't know what year
It was 2003, and you're exactly right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because people are like, wait, what do you mean? What are you doing? So you said
it was
13
new.
restaurants.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give. What, I have to give people and lose profit? We're not making much now.
Yeah, that was when our show was beginning.
Yeah.
2003. So Houston Restaurant Week turned into 2 weeks, turned into 4 weeks, turned into all the way through Labor Day now. It benefits the Houston Food Bank. Basically, like Katie said, buy one, get get one, you are helping them give money to the Houston Food Bank, which then when you go out to eat for this amazing price, you are feeding many, many, many food insecure Houstonians, which is great. And this is awesome. And you're keeping up her legacy. Bravo to you.
Yay,
Thank you.
good job.
Well, I appreciate you guys because I can't do it without your help. So I really appreciate the support.
Whatever
and
you need.
It's fun, you guys.
It
It's
is fun.
fun feeding people. This is a fun game to play.
And
I
it's
love
fun
eating,
because
so it's
we
a
do
win-win.
love to go out to eat. And so many times people are like, where are we going to eat? I don't know. Let's try something. If you just go to HoustonRestaurantWeeks.com and take your pick, it's fun in the month of August for you to be able to try all these restaurants for such a low price.
Yep.
Because otherwise you'd be spending a lot more money at these restaurants, and it gives you a chance to taste them and try them. And maybe for special occasions when it's out of the restaurant week window, you can make sure you go there for an anniversary, holiday, birthday, whatever time, special date night. And so it's really great exposure for all the restaurants. It's excellent. HoustonRestaurantWeeks.com. It starts August 1st. Katie Stone, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Foodies and Friends. Again, Foodies and Friends on the Fox app. He says the best way to download it on your smart TV.
It is, yep.
And thanks for featuring Christie's. God bless you.
Thank you so much. They were so fun. Yeah, that was a great episode. You can Google
I said
it.
some of their fried shrimp the other day.
Oh, it was so
right.
great.
So good.
That frat shrimp. All right,
want
my
some more.
friends, coming up next, speaking of 2003 and long-time things in the city of Houston, well, that would be us, the Roland Ryan Show with Eric. We started in 2003, but it was July 24th of 2006. We had our very first show on KRBE. That was 19 years ago yesterday. Wow. So as we were talking about it yesterday, you know, we always say here on the show behind the scenes, gosh, our listeners know us better than we do. Man, they remember that happened. We don't remember when that happened, but they do. What are some moments that stuck out to you that you want to share with us at 833-390-KRBE?
And then we should go around the room. Like, what is one thing that you just always remember?
Yes.
Like, if we're done tomorrow, this is our last show today, what's the one thing you'd always remember?
Okay.
Well, knock on wood, nothing happens to us.
I know. Well, things only given three.
Don't be
certain
crossing
things-
any train tracks today and
There
trying to
are-
beat a
There are
train.
certain things that have touched us all.
If it does.
It could be something comedic. It could be something emotional. It could be anything.
Or something random like Eric can't say the word statistics.
Statistics. There you go.
833-390-KRVE. We'll talk to you next on the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric. Benson Boone on the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric on KRVE. As you know, we're doing the Benson backflip, and it's your chance to get into the KRVE suite for his sold-out show September 18th. And that's all I can say about that, because
Nope.
you missed the times.
If
I
you were
can't tell
listening
you
at
again.
7, you even got the lyrics to the song.
It sounded like Forrest Gump there. And that's all I can say
And
about
that's all
that.
I'm going to say about that. Okay, yeah, that's true. He does that in his stories like that.
Yep.
We are taking your calls at 833-390-KRBE as we've celebrated 19 years now. We've jumped into the 19th year on KRBE here as a show together. We always say, well, you're raising them right when you listen in the car with your kids. Jacqueline is on the line, and it has to do with that. Hi, Jacqueline. Welcome to the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So we're asking people to share like memories of our show that maybe stuck out to you, and you kind of refresh our memories when you tell us about that moment, or what do you want to share about the show?
Just about the show in general is, so I have been growing up with you guys since I was in the kindergarten, first grade.
Because we've been on over
I'm
22
pretty
years.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure at some point I was in the sixth grade. I think I called every morning. I requested a song every single morning of middle school.
That's awesome.
And then I met my husband, and you know, there are some people who don't do radio like they used to. And one thing that I noticed is when I was riding in the car dating my husband, he was listening to the Rule and Ryan Show. And so that is something that he's like, oh yeah, I started listening to them in the 4th or 5th grade every morning going to school. And so here we are, with our 2-year-old in the back seat, listening every morning, right
I love
alongside
that.
So
with
you're raising your child like you were
Generational.
raised. That is awesome. 'Cause, yeah, we've been on 22 years total. If you were 5 and you were 27, you've had a kid since then.
Yep.
That's really amazing.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you so much for ushering the next generation of listeners.
So if he was listening to somebody else, your husband, you wouldn't have married him. You'd be like, oh, I don't like
Right?
it. Yeah, bad.
Exactly.
He makes bad decisions.
Actually, you know, to that point, though, Eric, Jacqueline, we've said over the years on the show when people are out there in the dating world and they might find it hard to have conversation, an icebreaker is a common thing about our show. Like, oh, I listened to the Rule and Ryan Show.
Yeah, when we
Eric.
do events, we always tell people come on out because they all have something in common to just talk about it first.
Yes, the commonality
You're
is
right.
our
An
show. They
icebreaker,
listen
for
to
sure.
us.
You're
Yeah.
right, yep.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. I love that it's a family affair for you because you are part of our family, Jacqueline. We appreciate you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take
care.
care.
Have a great day.
Hi. 833-390-KRBE is our phone number. Victor is up next. Hi, Victor. Good morning.
Hey, guys. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Victor. What's something that stands out to you that you remember?
All right. So I got a couple memories. One of them, guys, I've been listening to you guys since 2004, so I was in the fourth grade. One of the things that I remember that I wish Special K still did would make intro songs of parodies. I think one I can remember off the top of my head is "I Got a Feeling" by the Black Eyed Peas.
The parody songs for the intro to the show.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I still do make them every once in a while. It's just that we don't have time to play them.
But you used to have more.
Or we had an arsenal of interns that were musically inclined, Victor.
Yes.
We had guitarists, we had keyboardists, we had people who could do production. And when we had that round table of interns behind the scenes, like 6 kids, 5 kids, 4 college kids, Kevin and those kids would make those songs happen a lot easier. And when Phoenix was here singing...
I did the Chat GPT was the last one I did.
Yeah, that was fun.
And then Eric's Bourbon Eyes before that.
Bourbon Eyes.
What was the other thing? You said there was 2 things? What was the other thing?
Victor?
Oh, yeah, no, there's a couple other things. I miss Christina, and I miss Mumbles.
I'm
hoping they're great wherever they are.
Yeah, Mumbles is just enjoying life.
Yeah, he's here in Houston, married to Caroline, the former intern.
We
Caroline,
still message each other.
And he still contacts the show. Christina moved to California. What?
Screw you, Christina.
Christina moved to California and she's engaged, right?
Yep, I think she's getting married, and she's. I think she finished her
boy
school
that
to be
she met here. Hoel, she met here.
Yep, she's going to be a therapist, and her goal was to be like a radio therapist, like Fraser Crane on TV.
Yeah,
that's what she wants to do. So I'm hoping she'll do it. We saw her last year in San Diego. I don't know if I'll see her in Austin or not in a few weeks.
It's a radio convention.
I'll tell her that, Victor, that you were asking about.
Yeah,
and we'll think of you now, Victor, the next time we play a parody song.
Yep.
Like, Victor's going to be very happy we played this song. Thank you, Victor, for listening and being so loyal all these years. We appreciate
you. Have a great day.
So much. Take care.
Take care.
Okay, let's go to Stephanie. She's up next at 833-390-KRBE. We're asking you to point out to us something that we've done on this show that sticks out to you. Hi, Stephanie. What is it? Good morning.
Okay, y'all ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Macaroni, cheese, and hot dogs.
Macaroni and cheese hot dogs.
So much so that we even built it into the intro of the show.
Macaroni and cheese and hot dogs.
Now, Stephanie, can you tell the origin story of macaroni and cheese and hot dogs, or do I need to do it? Can you tell the origin story?
No, you need to do it. I don't remember anything about it, but it will live in my head forever.
That one is a Whataburger.
Macaroni and cheese hot dogs. It was a listener line call from a guy who was complaining about it was his wife, his mom, somebody he was complaining about, and he was real fast with it. And he was like, I mean, all we ever eat is macaroni and cheese and hot dogs. And it was just so funny the way he said it, macaroni and cheese and hot dogs.
Yep.
So we just laugh and laugh about macaroni and cheese and hot dogs.
I don't know why that one just stuck with us all, but we just love it.
That is awesome, Stephanie. Yes, thank you. And to Eric's point about Whataburger, when we did have the roundtable interns, I used to have it on my machine, but so many years.
Anybody want to go to Whataburger?
Yeah.
Yes, we had Jackie, our intern, who now is doing television for many years for NBC affiliates around the country. Jackie grew up to be a television news reporter. Jackie was a KRBE intern, and she had gone out, to do drunk news, which was a staple here on the show. And in the course of her trying to record drunk news, there was a drunk person behind her. She was not even talking to that guy. And her mic caught the guy just asking the room, anybody want to go to Whataburger?
I don't know why it just stuck with us too, that one.
And it was so crystal clear and so perfect. They were like, anybody want to go to Whataburger? So we would have awkward moments in the room. We would just hit, anybody want to go to Whataburger? It's so fun.
Oh, wait, I found it.
Did you find it?
Does anyone want to go to Whataburger?
That is my favorite because it was so clear and it was not on her mic because it was caught behind her.
Does anyone want to go to Whataburger?
So stupid.
That's so awesome. I love it so much. All right, let's go to Kelly on the line. I'm sorry. Let's go to, who else? We have so many people. Because Kelly was going to talk intern Super Day, but that wasn't here on KRBE. Does it matter?
Yeah.
What was
the early days of the show?
His audition, but I'm going to guess it's the trumpet. Let me ask her. Kelly, are you talking about the trumpet audition?
Yes, I almost had to pull over because I was driving and I was crying from laughing so hard at him at that audition.
So
yeah, I don't think it was this radio station.
No, it was for the dog races. You know how they play the trumpet at the beginning of the races. And Dave went to audition and he can't
not knowing how to play a trumpet.
And it's just noise.
But we thought it'd be a funny bit where he just goes and gets interviewed, but then the lady said, why don't you come out here on the mic and try it for us? And so he's got the echo, and you can hear the whole stadium.
Oh, my God.
I always drive by that dog park because it's closed now, but I always drive and I always think of that.
I don't know how he managed to do that, even as a joke. Like, I would be mortified and just fall down.
Yeah, the whole thing, Kelly, for those that didn't hear us those days with intern Super Dave, he was, again, another intern. He was a college kid football player, big guy, who just was real like Chris Farley-ish kind of.
Yep.
So it was so perfect because he was able to pull off that Chris Farley-esque type of way of like, yeah, I'm just real nervous. I'm going to play this trumpet.
He was fearless.
He had never played the trumpet, and it just sounded like what you hear on Instagram now for fails.
And it's over the microphone, so it's
echoing. That was so awesome, Kelly.
Hilarious.
Yes, same, Kelly. Same. I wish we had that audio.
I do too. I'd pay just about anything to hear that again. It still makes me laugh.
Why can't we hear it again, Eric? Why can't we hear it again?
Because the jackholes that we used to work for threw all of our stuff away.
In the dumpster.
Threw
it in the dumpster.
When they let us
did
go.
not allow us to take it, and they trashed it. It is in the garbage. That audio forever was lost.
It's on a landfill somewhere.
Because that chump, Ken, threw it away.
Ken Charles sucks.
Okay, let's
I'll never work for him.
Let's be on the brighter side of life.
A PD somewhere wanted to hire, I'd be like, nope, I'm not working for him.
Can't trust him.
Can't trust him.
He's evil and he's shaped like a football.
Oh, yeah.
And it did work out.
He shaves his beard really high. Like, you can't trust a guy that shaves his beard like the way he
he's trying to make it look like he has a chin.
He's trying to cover the fat, but it went up too high.
We're getting ugly now, kids. We're getting ugly now. We're showing our ugly side.
We're
still a little burned from that.
We did.
Only because, it's not just about us. We had seen him do it to so many other people.
Yeah. The way he spoke about people.
The first time I met that man, the things he said to me, I never even knew him. He taught me how to think about him because he was talking about another employee of the company and wanted to fire them and said, put a bullet in their head.
Yeah.
I heard him say that about somebody in our building.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, this guy.
This when Sopranos was big. I think every GM back in the day thought they were Tony Soprano.
Oh my God, it was horrible. It was terrible. Anyway, but it turned out better for us because, best revenge is success, and here we go.
Yep.
Amy is up next. Your favorite memories of the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric as we've been on 19 years. Hi, Amy. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Amy, can I ask how old you are?
I'm 18, and this is also my first time calling in 14 years, so I'm nervous.
Wow, look at you. Okay, well, just real quick. 18 years old, meaning you just graduated high school or you're about to go into your senior year, depending on your birthday?
Just graduated.
Oh,
congratulations.
So we definitely have raised you because we're 19 on KRBE and you're only 18.
Yeah.
So what's the memory you have?
Yeah. So I remember in third or fourth grade that me and my mom and my brother, who you guys shouted out for his birthday, anyway.
Yay, that's nice.
We were waiting for the bus and we were listening to Roses every Thursday. And by the time it would get to the second half of Roses, me and my brother would have to get on the bus. So I remember running off the bus, running home and going inside and yelling, Mom, what happened on Roses?
That is awesome.
That's funny.
I know, because it's so awkward, Amy, because that is like we always say, it's an adult themed topic about people's relationships, and it's kind of embarrassing, but at the same time, it's like a life lesson. So you learned a lot about cheaters, huh?
Yeah,
really do.
Wow.
Well, keep those lessons. You're going to need them now that you're going to, whatever you're going to do in your future.
Yeah.
Well, you'll just be able to spot the telltale signs of bad
hiding
dudes.
their phone or not realizing their iPad and their watches are linked to the phone that they're texting from.
And if you ever need help, just DM me and we'll get that guy on for you.
Producer Eric on Instagram. Thank you, Amy. That is so sweet. I love that we literally
That's a
did
great
research.
text. Take me down memory lane.
Good luck with your future.
Anybody want to go to Whataburger?
Yeah.
No.
Does anyone want to go to Whataburger?
Do you want to come back
So
and
fun.
share some of our favorite memories?
Yeah, we do that. We got to talk about the deaths yesterday.
Yeah, Eric's memory lane.
death.
Yeah, Gen X death.
Hopefully not our
A lot
death.
of Gen X
Memories and
stars
death.
Yep.
passed away this week. It's
And
so
something
crazy.
about what's one thing you guys in 19 years, what do you remember the most?
Okay.
I'm really thinking there's a lot to pick from.
I know
We
it's
gotta
hard.
just pick one.
You got to pick one thing.
It's hard to just
One
pick
thing.
one, but we'll do it next on KRBE.
KRBE's Rula and Ryan Show with Eric.
Celebrity Scoop.
It is brought to you by Taquerías Arandas. And the scoop today is we're going down memory lane, kids.
Yeah.
Now, I know it's been a tough week for Eric especially because there have been not one, not two, but 3 celebrity deaths close to his heart Theo Huxtable, Malcolm Jamal Warner. That was a shocker.
I think it was a
He
shocker.
Sadly drowned in Costa Rica.
He's only 54 and his kid.
Freak accident.
With his daughter.
He's trying to save his kid.
And his daughter was saved, thankfully, but unfortunately he was lost. Then next day, Ozzy Osbourne. Then we take a 24-hour break, and then boom, Hulk Hogan. Passed away at 71 years of age yesterday from cardiac arrest. So that's a lot of Eric's childhood there, television watching. A lot of it.
And Hulk Hogan, like I said, the man, the real guy, Terry, he's a POS.
Baleo.
The stuff he said and stuff. He said some bad things.
He really damaged his legacy in the last year or so.
But the stuff he did in the 80s, because of him, there would be no, he made wrestling mainstream, is what he did.
He got a cartoon.
Yeah, cartoons.
A cereal.
And just, he made so many people money, so many other wrestlers were able to succeed with him. Like if he did a show in, say, Houston, a house show, they call it, where it's not on TV.
Yeah.
You wanted to be on the same bill as Hulk Hogan because you knew you're going to get a lot of money at the gate.
Oh, gotcha.
Because I'd pay to go to Chicago and I'd see him wrestle like this guy named Big Boss Man. He was like a jail guy. What would it be? What do you call the people? Oh my God,
the heels.
No, he's like a cop.
Wardens?
A cop. He was a cop, but then he was like supposed to be.
I thought
like
even
the
his
guy.
character was like a heel.
But he's a bad guy. And he'd fight him and stuff. And I just, as a little kid, just watch these guys, bigger than life characters and stuff.
Well, it's funny. That's what's related to what you're saying. These are childhood memories, nostalgia for you.
Yep.
And as we just learned from Amy, who called our show, she's 18 years old. We've been on KRB for 19 years.
Wow.
We are her childhood memories. She shared with us that she would come off the bus and ask her mom what happened on Roses. So maybe one day she's telling somebody, when we're 120 and we've passed away, like, oh my God, Eric passed away? He was 119, but he gave me some great time.
That one person will care.
So
my kids and their one listener.
No, come on. I mean, I feel like we love what we do here. Obviously, it is a fun job. Now that my kids are getting of the age where they're absolutely absorbing what mommy does for a living, my oldest says, "You guys have like the best jobs. You just get to go to work and laugh.
Yep, play games.
You get to go to work and laugh and play games. It's the best job ever."
It's so much more than that, though.
It is, but it's fun because if that's what it is to you, then we're doing our job right.
Yeah, it's fun.
If it just sounds fun. So we're
all
asking
ruined
you guys.
we can't go to a 9 to 5 job. I could not put a suit on or
work in a cubicle
whatever,
now.
necktie, whatever they call those things.
Yeah,
I
I
can't.
have to wear like workday business wear. I'd be like, I don't know what that means. I have athleisure.
I'm wearing sweatpants today. I'm not.
But we're asking you guys to tell us things that stuck out in your memory of the last 19 years here on KRBE. And we said, okay, we'll go around the room too. And, we have highs and lows. I'm going to pick one. If we only have to pick one, I got to pick a high instead of a low because we have a lot of crazy train stuff that happened. Ozzy Osbourne, note to you. I got to go. Come on. Obvious. What's going to be my number one? You guys all have to know it. What's the number one thing that I would say stuck out the most to me in 19 years in this room?
When you went to labor?
100%.
Oh, yeah.
When I went into labor during Roses on this show with Eleni, my now 12-year-old child. It's happening! And then I remember Phoenix was like, it's fine. It's fine. Because Phoenix was the Sam situation. And he was like, it's fine. We're going to do it because I never leave this room during this show. I don't leave this room. But at that pregnant, I had to go potty.
Yep.
And I come back from the bathroom and I go, oh my God, it's happening. And we had a plan. We'd had a plan of what's going to happen if I go into labor on this show. I've had 3 kids here. And so Eric and Kevin had to tag team while Ryan held down the mic so that Eric could get me to my husband to meet my husband, and Kevin was following so that then Eric could jump in the car to come back to the station and leave my car where my husband was, and then my husband would take me to the hospital.
Part 1 and 2 of Roses is when it happened.
No, it happened at the end of part 2.
Yeah.
At the end of part 2?
We came out of part 2, and I said, it's happening.
That's right.
Yeah, because we called you during the next break, and then we called you because you got stuck on
the West Park Tollway. And then my husband's like, why did you tell me to go this way? I go, I don't know. I've been in traffic for 14 years because we're always in the studio during traffic. And he said, why did I listen to you? But in the panic mode of the baby's coming. So yes, Eleni was born on September the 6th. We thought she'd be born here at 7:40 in the morning, but she was not born until 8 p.m. after an emergency C-section, or 8:30 p.m. So yeah, that's mine. What's yours, Ryan?
I would say one thing that really I learn a lot from the people that call into this show. And in particular, I learned to stop throwing a pity party for myself. I'd already gone through cancer once, but I was really down in the dumps. I had just been broken up with and was all alone. It was really kind of just it was a pity party. There's no question about it. And a young lady called in and she said, I'm really nervous today. I was diagnosed with cancer. Today is my first chemotherapy treatment, and I'm doing it all alone. And I said, you can't go do it alone. So I drove to meet her at the hospital, and I held her hand while she got her first chemo. And the things I learned it was just like a life lesson for me, and just beautiful people.
And no matter what we're going through stuff, but there's
somebody's going through a hell of a lot worse.
Yeah. So but it also doesn't discount what you are going through. I know you said that a lot, and I appreciate that sentiment, but also don't discount your own feelings. So I'm glad that she gave you a reality check and snapped you out of your pity party, but also the things that you go through as a person and you find out somebody is going through something worse, it does snap you into an appreciative mode, but it doesn't take away, like you have to validate that you're going through a hard time so you can get past the hard time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, everybody's pain is their own, but just her positivity and her smile in that hospital room, that I'll never forget.
You ever
that.
talk to her anymore? Or?
We did for a while. Just lost touch, honestly. You know, she has a husband now, I believe, and you know, life happens.
Yeah,
but you know, in particular, that moment, just like, wow, I will never be like that again.
And how long ago was that? Because I just want to clarify, people are trying to do the math. You just recently got broken up with. You're not talking about
not that breakup. This is like maybe 5 years ago or something.
Okay. Eric, what's your high or low? One thing that sticks out to you in the 19 years in this room.
For mine, just every August 22nd, I talk about my mom on the show, and I tell people to get. It's the one day I get preachy. I try not to preach the other 364 days.
It's Eric's get yourself checked so you don't have cancer talk.
My mom died when I was like gonna be a senior in high school, so I lost her. Then my dad died when I was 25, so I had no parents, and they both had
cancer.
They both had cancer that could have been. And today in 2025, nothing. They would have survived easy.
Yeah,
they just didn't do mammograms. They didn't do colonoscopies and stuff.
Right.
So I preach about that, and then I got all these emails and people saying that I saved their life because they went and got checked. They heard me. Ladies like, I never really listened to your show, but I stopped on it and I heard the way you were talking about that, and it really grabbed my attention, and I called and got a colonoscopy, and I found out I had cancer, and they said if I didn't get this in a year from now, I would have been gone.
Yeah.
So stuff like that. I mean, I love making people laugh and jokes and stuff, but knowing that my story, my mom didn't die in vain.
Oh, 100%.
My dad, they were able to help other people.
Yeah, because of the
knowing
message.
they made a difference and you made a difference.
So I'll always be grateful for that.
That's awesome. There's so many things we just had to pick one, but there are a lot. People are texting us with their highs and lows.
Yeah, Papa Love, baby.
For us. Yeah,
Well,
my dad being part of this show. People are like, what about Papa Love?
The
I'll never
news
get
is
that.
brought to you by Takis Fiber, but the final news story will be Special K. What is your memory?
I have a sensitive one and a funny one. The sensitive one is y'all gave me a platform to share what it's like coming out to yourself, because we all talk about coming out to our parents and stuff like that and how much drama that is. But the first thing you have to do is come out to yourself. And I never realized how impactful that would be to the audience to explain what it's like to tell yourself that you are an LGBTQ American and you're going to have to deal with what that comes with for the rest of your life. And when I put that on the air, I never got so many comments back about either, number one, I never understood that, or number two, thank you for sharing my story.
100%, Kevin, as your coworker, not until you said it that way. Like, that was like an aha moment, even for me. Yeah. Like, we're trying to be so open-minded as radio personalities. And when you said that totally, like, that was a wow. Yep. I never thought of it that way, to come out to yourself first. Bravo, Kevin.
Yeah. And now they understood what their kids are going through. Now, the second moment was not actually on the air, but there's video proof of it. We all went swimming with pigs in the Bahamas.
Oh, God.
Eric got bit.
Oh, yeah.
And we caught it on video. And if I'm ever down, I go and look at that video, and I just laugh.
Eric getting bit by a pig?
Yes.
The stupid voice. How did it sound, Kevin? I got attacked.
Oh, Lord.
That was so funny.
That was a fun trip, man.
We did a road show from the Bahamas. I'm still waiting for the next one to be in Greece, y'all. Road show in
I'm
Greece.
running the cruise. We're doing the cruise one.
Yeah, cruise. They're always offering that stuff on cruises. Come on.
Yeah.
Kevin,
Disney?
I want to be like the what do
Cruise
they call
directors?
the godfather or godmother of the ship.
Oh, of the ship. Yeah, every ship has a godmother, and you get to break the champagne on it.
Yeah.
So one day,
Come on, Norwegian or what is that? MSC?
MSC cruises just came
Carnival.
into
You guys are all there. We talk about you all the time. Hook us up. Let's take some listeners.
I know. You have to rip off my Band-Aid of fear about cruising. Show me that it's great.
Take that bottle and hit the boat.
Oh, to christen it.
Yeah.
Isn't it a special bottle we learned? Because
It's always a good bottle of
isn't
champagne.
it a special bottle that breaks easy? Because wasn't there some fails of people trying to break?
Probably it goes dink.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they just go dink
You're
and they don't
thinking
break.
of Caddyshack
Oh, yeah,
where
when it
they
broke it?
christen it
No,
and they break
you can go to
the
YouTube
bowel.
on champagne fails. I definitely know
The
there's some
ship.
woman who didn't get it to break.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So thank you so much. 19 years and counting. And also, 19 years, Special K joined our show when we came to KRBE. We
Yes.
started the show somewhere else, 2003. But Kevin came to our show when we started at KRBE.
Within
and-
about 3 or 4 months, I started with you.
Yeah, so it's been quite the fun ride with you guys. Now let's get in the
Friday
Friday
free-for-all.
free-for-all,
Yes.
baby.
You've been doing this
Let's
for
do it.
what, 15 years, 10 years?
Yeah, and Eric asked me to do kind of a mashup of Gaudier and anxiety.
Yeah, 'cause so many people get
that'd be
mad.
fun.
I see videos where people go, "Oh, this
They
is
think
anxiety."
it's going to be Gaudier and then it's Dochi. And they're like, no.
So I
you
got them
wanna
both
mash up?
kind of mashed into
Yes.
one. Yeah,
Nice.
that's next.
Okay, next on KRVE.
Good morning from